Hey friends, what's going on? I'm out here in Los Angeles. I've got a event coming up this weekend. I'm spending 3 different nights on the pool side bar here at the Mondrian in LA, and I'm excited about it, but I don't have really any of my gear or anything to do my typical videos, so I wanted to come to you today with a different type of video, one where I don't need any gear. It was a perfect setup for this one that I've been dying to put out for all of you ladies and gentlemen. What did I learn from leaving my DJ controller home for an entire year's worth of events? Am I better now because of it? Should you give it a try, and what would you expect? Why would you do it? So let's just talk about it. Now, I'm a radio producer as my background. That's where I got my start. You know, I play all the instruments. I never started DJing until I got a career in radio, starting from podcasting, running the board on national radio shows, hosting national radio shows, and then all of a sudden realizing that radio is dead and I should just branch off and do this for myself. I am very used to running a show without turntables. I just need multiple sources of audio. I don't need like things to actually touch in front of me. But I do need, you know, a couple decks, you know, virtually, or at least 2 computers or something, because that's really what you do at a radio station. So when I go to a event, yes, I'm good on controllers and I have fun using them, but I use DJ Lite from Serato, and it's awesome. Now I'm going to show you everything that I do coming up here in this video, so make sure you stick around until the end, because I'm going to go through how I use it without a controller. But you can use spacebar to press play on the left deck, enter to press play on the right deck. You can use your cursor to drag and set up cue points. You've got everything that you would possibly need right there, just right there on the laptop. And then it's one cable to your mixer, and you're good to go. I bring an iPad on one side. I have my laptop that runs Serato DJ Lite on the other, both going into the mixer, 2 separate channels. Now I have 2 songs from the turntables on my laptop on channel 1. I have whatever anybody wants from Spotify connected to the Wi-Fi so that I can download music and play it at the top of a hat. If they just want any random request, boom, that's on channel 2. My mic is on channel 3, and we're good to go. Okay? But I don't bring the controller with me, and I'm just focusing on doing a good job as far as providing what the crowd wants. Now, before we get into this, you need to know that what I'm talking about is events where people just want to have fun, open format, they want to dance. This is not like, you know, a specific night at the club. This is not like turntablism events, because there obviously you're going to need your DJ equipment. But if you're doing a wedding, a bar mitzvah, a birthday party, a corporate event, none of these need a turntable. You don't need your controllers here in order to run a great party. Could you? Yes. But I'm telling you that I did 76 different weddings, and all with nothing but 5-star reviews, and I didn't bring my controller once. So what did I learn from it? Number 1, how to read a crowd. Because when you have a controller in front of you, you are so used to doing certain things. You get used to the privacy of having that controller there, because once anything happens on the crowd, people are looking at you, you start getting a little uncomfortable. You can just kind of look down and get into your zone. Well, without the controller there, there's really nothing for you to look down at. So you have to have your head up. You have to have your eyes out. It kind of forces you to take away your mindset of what should I be doing to get the music right, and it takes you out of that and puts you into what can I be doing for the crowd right now, right? It really will hone your skills on all of the other things that you're missing when you're using your controller at the event. And this is why I wanted to talk about Semi-Pro. Remember that movie with Will Ferrell and what's his name? Oh, you know who it is. I can't think of his name right now. Woody Harrelson. Okay. Do you remember the scene? I'll put it here. Remember when they had to practice without the ball? And everyone's like, why the hell would we practice without the ball? And Woody Harrelson's like, because I want you to drill this one play in until you can do it in your sleep, so that once we actually need it, you won't have to think about it. It's just going to happen.
Now, till we start playing like a real team, we're going to practice without the ball.
That's a waste.
Right, just like that. So this is exactly what it feels like to DJ without a controller. It's like practicing a play without the ball. You get so good at doing all the other little things that make a difference, like having your eyes up, reading a crowd, talking and engaging with people that come up to you, reading the sides, the outskirts, the back of the room, the outskirts, right? Seeing who's not dancing, making sure that you're present, you're engaged, not fiddling with the music while things are going well. That's another thing. You know, DJs get really stuck into the idea that they have to be doing stuff all the time. Dude, if the crowd is enjoying a song, don't mess with it. Now, again, if it's a turntablism event, that's different. You know, if you're James Hype and you're fucking slaying on all four and it's a festival, that's different. If you're doing a wedding, people just want to hear the songs the way that they know them so that they can sing along and dance accordingly. They don't want things to surprise them. So, you know, if you have your controller in front of you, it's just kind of begging you to mess with stuff. When you really are stuck with, you know, the timing of the song, blending them together, and that's it, making sure you play the right song at the right time, there's really not much else for you to do. So you have to learn to do other things. You have to learn to get comfortable in front of the crowd without doing stuff on your board. So what do you got to do? You got to learn how to dance. If you can't dance, leave the controller at home. Start watching the people on the crowd who can dance. Compare them to the people who can't dance. What are they doing differently? I'll tell you right now, it starts with their feet. People who can't dance don't move their feet. In fact, I'll show you. They're stuck. They do this. Their feet don't move. They just sit there swaying. If you see somebody out there who can dance, just a little bit of a moving of the feet is so much different. So if you're somebody who just gets out there, plants your feet on the ground, and then just kind of like moves around, I'm telling you, one thing that I've noticed from DJing without a controller all year, those are the people who can't dance. So you'll start seeing these things. You'll start picking up on them. And now I have like dance routines that I do to specific songs. Instead of DJ routines, I have like dance moves that I do. And it fucking lights up the crowd because they're like, holy shit, look how much fun that guy's having back there. I'm telling you, I learned so much from leaving my controller home. And the last thing I'll say about it is that not only did it make me a better dancer, a better MC on the microphone, a better reader of the crowd, and more attentive to my clients throughout the night and seeing whatever things that might be happening that they might need. Like if their plates are empty and the bride and groom have finished their plates, I'm just going to go pick them up and take them. Like I'm noticing little things. And then the bride and groom are like, oh my God, why is our DJ clearing plates? This is amazing. He's going above and beyond. I can't wait to tip him. This person is amazing. He cares about my wedding. Like I'm thinking about other stuff because I'm practicing without the ball.
Without a ball. Yeah, without the ball, Clarence. Let's go. Everybody get in position.
Does that make sense? You can still run an awesome show. I'm not doing a lot of scratching or beat juggling or anything for weddings like this. It's really more about playing the right song at the right time. If it's not working, get it off. Put on something else that is. Reading the crowd, making sure everybody's having fun, and being engaging while you're back there. Dude, there's nothing less engaging than a DJ that's not looking at the crowd all night. Just sitting here doing this. You could be doing the most amazing stuff. I'm telling you right now, the last thing I'll say that I learned from not bringing my controller, like 90% of the people in the crowd have no idea what you're doing. They just know whether it sounds good or not. And if you look like you're not having fun, but it's sounding good, okay, it sounds good, but like, whatever. But if you're having a blast back there, appropriately, not like an idiot, but like you're just having so much fun. Like you see my videos, I'm dancing, I'm animated. It's infectious. People want to come out and join you, and you'll get away with playing some of the songs you never thought you could have played back to back. I never think about BPM. Never. I never think about BPM in open format because it doesn't matter. As long as you blend it right, as long as you mix it right in, dude, in the right way, there are tricks that you can do. There are ways that you can speak on the microphone in between. I have jokes that I tell for specific songs. Like, oh my God, there are so many things I learned how to do because I wasn't thinking about what I had to do tweaking. What can I do while the song is playing to engage my crowd? Holy shit. So now when I go to, a club or any kind of format where I do have to work on the controllers, I'm so much better of a DJ because I'm crushing it, but I'm also using all those skills that I learned all year long. I'm telling you, if you have the ability to do it, give it a try. give it a try. Practice at home first so that you know how to use everything without the controller. But guys, you can use your, here, you know what? Let me just show you how I do it. And I hope it inspires you to leave it at home so that you can learn your other skills, because there are so many other skills other than whatever you're doing on the controller that a lot of DJs are leaving unturned. Here, let's check out how I use Serato DJ Lite without a controller on my laptop. So yeah, I just want to show you how I'm using Serato DJ Lite to DJ without a controller. You can do everything right here as long as you're not using scratching. I mean, honestly, you technically could, but here, let's just show you what I'm doing. I'm going to load up 2 tracks, and these are just random drum beats, okay? And all I'm doing is dropping them in on the left deck, the right deck, and just like you would, but spacebar is going to control the top one, the left deck, and enter or return is going to control the right deck or the bottom one. So spacebar, return. Awesome. Okay, and then it's just start stop, very easy. But these both have hot cues at the beginning. So on the top for the left deck, you get 1, 2, 3, and 4 for hot cues. Okay, and then on the right side for the bottom deck, or the right deck for the bottom one, you get 6, 7, 8, and 9 for your hot cues. And they behave just like they would on your controller. So like, let's just say you're, and I did that, I don't know if you recognize what just happened there, but if you do what I just did, and then let go, it's just going to stop. But I treated it just like a controller where I held it down, and instead of letting go, I hit return before letting go and told it to keep playing, just like you would on a controller. I mean, it's awesome. Same thing over here on the left. Right? I mean, that one's a little faster. But yeah, I mean, I literally used this last night for, oh man, it was the they asked for the Macarena. And I was like, okay. But I actually mixed it in doing something like that. Bow, 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 bow. And then I just ripped it. And like I said, and then you hit space bar and it'll keep rolling. Now, if it was already playing, you could and let go. But this is behaving just like, look, I'm telling you, I don't even have a controller. It's just space bar and return. What are some other things that I do here? Let's see, you can fade each volume out. The volume control is right here. I'm just doing it, you know, by dragging my controller or my mouse. I'm pulling it down. You can see it over here, right? All right, and then I'm gonna bring it back in. One thing that I do takes 2 hands is you can even mix. You pull this one down a little bit. I can't do this one-handed, so it's gonna be sloppy. And then you bring the other one in. I can't do that one-handed. But yeah, I do that 2-handed all the time. Now this one's still playing over here, you can see. It's still going. We're not hearing it because just like on controllers, I've got the left deck turned down. I'm gonna bring it back in. Well, now it's a big hot mess. Let's get it out of there. All right. Stop. Stop. Just another way that you can use your computer, your laptop, and do these gigs without the controller so that you can really focus on what's going on in the crowd. Focus on who's not dancing, who's not having a good time. Is everybody having a good time? Because if so, great, you're killing it. But who's not, right? You're not thinking about that stuff when you're buried in your controller and you're doing all the knobs and you're really not even super comfortable with it yet. If you're not like really, 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 really good and comfortable with your controller, start here. And I mean, when I say good, I don't mean in your basement. I mean really good and comfortable at having fun and showing people that you're doing this in your element on stage in front of a whole bunch of people. That's hard to do. It's easy to do in your basement by yourself with a couple beers. But if you're a little bit nervous and still a little bit skeptical about doing it in front of people, start with just the laptop, doing this with Serato DJ Lite, right? I've got this one, and then I've also got DJ Pro over here for when I want to plug stuff in. I do want to say, DJ Pro also, with some of the updates, it now behaves this way where you can use spacebar and you can use enter. Oh, the volume's down. But on that one, if you let it sit for a little bit, it doesn't work as well. I'll do a separate video on that. I would stick to, if you're going to use the laptop without a controller, definitely stick to Serato DJ Lite. It's the one to go with, and you'll be able to hone your skills. Good luck. Get after it.